Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Dargus and welcome back to another episode of Mystic Valley. On the last episode, we discovered that we cannot use Botania at the time just because the Valkyries have taken over, but we ended up working with the Hexerei Mod for a little bit, and in between episodes, I have streamed a lot of Mystic Valley on my Twitch, and we got a lot done in between it. So, first off, I managed to get the Witch Hazel broom all set up with the enchanted broom brush, as well as I made the large satchel, which is like a backpack that can hold up items as well. So that's something I had worked on stream, as well as I managed to finally get myself a full set of diamond armor, but I haven't finished enchanting it yet. I have gotten all the books, so maybe we'll do some enchanting in a little bit. But I also have been working on getting a few things. So as you can see, I've had a bunch of spawners here from the last episode. On stream, I basically turned at least one of these, the skeleton spawner, into a full-blown farm for XP, because that is somewhere where I am struggling a little bit with XP. It's just the sort of levels. What is that? That's a weird squid. But I also made the entrance all the way to the top. From the surface to basically the spawner, and it was a real pain to deal with because I had to go through several different caves. As you can see, there's a bunch of cobblestone and cobbled deep slate all around here. I had to go through a ton of caves, and I had to deal with a lot of mobs, so it was quite stressful and very, very scary to be building that entire staircase. But if you come to this little door, and we have a full-blown skeleton spawner working. I plan on making the spider one a farm too, as it's just like right here. So I think I'm gonna probably tear down this entire wall to get a there, so I can have two farms running at the same time, and then maybe we'll deal something with that with that zombie spawner. But for now, those guys will be staying kind of deactivated for now until like I finally get some things working for it. But that's basically one of the big projects that I had worked on for today, as well as I also managed to fly back all the way to my house. So I don't know if I showed this on camera, but I worked on a bit of the crows. So I know on the last episode I showed off making the crows. I tamed a crow on camera. So I went ahead and started finding another crow, and slowly but surely I started breeding them, and lo and behold, I have a ton of crows flying around. We're gonna name one crow today, actually, from my friend. Blue had suggested that I would name one Crow Charles, but I think I'm just gonna call him Charles, just for the short end of it. But basically, you can have crows being taking. They can plant crops and gather items around for you as long as you have the coffer around. And they have been slowly gathering all sorts of crop items for myself, as you can see. And they also work with modded crops as well, as long as they are coded right for the plants. And they have also been gathering a bunch of pumpkins and melons for me, as well as some rice, sugarcane as well. So I'm very happy on the progress that those guys have done. In any case, let's go and get a name tag really quickly, so I can name one of them Charles, because that's one of the names that I was suggested on. So we're gonna call him Charles. Oops, I did that wrong. Charles. And I think I know which crow I want to name. So I believe I'm gonna name the Harvest Crow because I only have one crow that is only harvesting, as I believe these guys will start panicking if there's like at least two these guys harvesting the crops, because I feel like they're gonna waste all the items that despawn. But I made it so that these guys will only pick up the items, not the seeds themselves. So we're gonna name you because you're actually the harvester. Surprisingly, I don't know why you have a pumpkin on your mouth, but there you go. You are now called Charles. But yeah, I have no idea why he has a pumpkin in his mouth. Anyway, but that's one of the big things I've worked on. Another big thing is that I have been working on over here in the back area over here. So as you can see, it doesn't look like I've changed much, but I have cleared out the entire Hexerei area over here. So now we have dark oak over here as well. I think over here is probably where I'm gonna have the mega spruce tree growing up here, or maybe I'll extend it so it could work with the Hexerei trees in the near future. But for now, it is just the vanilla trees at the moment. I closed out this area because this area is going to be changed out, as well as the nether portal will be changed out very, very soon. But if you come over here, this is something I actually built off camera completely. So as you can see, there's a bunch of the witch hazel trees all around, and as you can see, there's some of the mahogany, and then back over there you see some of the willow. But here we are. This is the witch tower for the Hexerei mod. Basically everything for the Hexerei mod is basically here. So you have both your cauldrons. We got fire underneath them. We got the pestle and mortar. We also got a herb jar, a crafting table, an infinite water source right here, as well as back here we have the entire crops all here for the mod, as well as we have a whole sage farm over here as well. As well as back here we also have a lava farm as well. So these guys will be producing enough lava, but I kind of went crazy on the lava thing. But if you come up here, this is where the storage is going to be located. I have my broom stands right here. I have the original willow broom that we built last episode, and we also have the Book of Shadows right here, just in case we ever want to work more on these guys, which we will be working on these as well. But as you can see, I went a little crazy on the lava, so I don't have to worry about lava anytime soon. And over here we just have some general storage here as well from the mod. And oh, we also have the drying rack for all the stuff that we're going to need for that. But that's mostly it. That's all I have really been doing. We also have a path over here for the further expansion of this area. I do plan on making stuff over there in the Forgotten Forests as well. That is something that I'll be hopefully exploring more. But for now, let us go and try to work with something that I want to work on, which is getting better armor. Because I feel like at this point we should be having at least some good protection, as we die a lot, as well as we do tend to unfortunately have some unexpected visits from the cave endermans that literally are lurking in every corner. But I don't like dealing with the cave endermans, that's for sure. Alright, so I got a bunch of levels from the skeleton farm, so we're gonna try to see if I can try to like at least max out my stuff. Bruh, I only got one thing and it took all my levels. Great. And it broke my handle too. I'm gonna cut here and hopefully get some more levels so I could enchant more, and we'll be right back with that. And last one. Okay, that took a lot longer than I expected, but now we finally have a full set of diamond armor with maxed out enchantments, or at least as maxed out as I like it. So we have aqua protection, aqua infinity, respiration, protection, mending on most of my armor, and then for my boots, we have feather falling and depth strider with their protection and mending following suit. And I believe that is basically everything that we really had left. There's not really much on in terms of armor for now, but there is something that I do want to do, which I will get into after I fell asleep. But in the Hexerei mod, there is a sort of armor from the mod that actually will be beneficial to us in the later coming time, which is the witch set, which actually has a 2-set bonus if I only needed 2 pieces of armor, but I'm going to craft all 4 of them. Basically, this armor will make it so that I have a... so witches won't attack me, and anytime I would be dealt with magic attacks, they'll be reduced by a 50% damage reduction. And then if I have 3 pieces, I will have an increase in magic attacks, and a 15% magic dealt is converted to health. So it's kind of like a lifesteal effect. But to craft this armor, we're going to need infused fabric. Now, in order to make infused fabric, we need... oh, it's right here. Oh. We can make a bunch... can I... Oh, this is just like wool. Never mind. We're gonna need some special fabric, which we can craft by using some leather, some string, and some dye, and we just need a little bit of water, and it will make 2 infused fabric. Now we're gonna need about 27 of this, so we're gonna need a lot of materials, which I've already pre-farmed just a tiny bit. As you can see in my inventory, we have a few stuff. We're probably gonna need more. So let's just head to the Hexerei tower. Oh, we can just fly there now with our broom. Yeah, this one's a lot faster than the other broom, but the final broom is a lot faster. But I don't think I'll ever craft it unless like I'm going to collect all 3. But we'll see how the future holds for us on that. But so in order to craft it, we're going to need some infused fabric, which we just need to do this. We just need all the items, actually. And let me just craft all this into black dye. And then let us pre-craft all of this. So, oops. Oh, I guess I can only do it one at a time. That's fine. And then it is string as here, and then 2 dye. And it takes a little bit of water, so that's actually really, really handy. But yeah, we're gonna need a ton of this stuff for sure. So I'll come back once I have all the fabric. Alright, now that we're here, we got all of our infused fabric, and we can now simply just craft the armor. So now we have the witch's hat, the witch's robe, the boots, which is actually all the pieces we needed. Oh, I thought there was boots. But now we can actually craft ourselves the mushroom witch hat, which I think is just a tiny bit better. It doesn't really make too much of a difference, but I wanted to craft it. So we need a full cauldron of water, and then we just simply need to have a witch hat and enough water to basically be able to craft the whole thing, which took all the water. And let me just refill this back up. But yeah, we basically have a full set of witch attire completely ready. And this is how it looks. It looks really, really cool. I actually really do like it a lot. I love the model that the creator did for this. This looks really, really nice. But now that, since that is taken care of, I don't think we're going to be working too much more into the Hexerei mod, just because there isn't really too much more I can really work with this mod at the current moment. There is a few other things that we could work on and try to get, which is probably more room items, but some of these items don't have any sort of functionality just yet. But we can work on basically hopefully trying to get some moon dust once the time comes. There is also a thing about sage burning, which I have no idea what to do about that. And we can also try to get the Warhammer, which I actually don't know how to... Oh, here it is. You can craft the Warhammer, but it requires another ingot, which unfortunately we don't have any access to netherite stuff just yet, because I haven't been really going towards the nether after a long time. But we're going to stay like this for I don't know how long. It kind of is a little better than diamond, I think. A little bit. And then, yeah, it's like almost the same strength as diamond, just without the pants. If you don't have pants on, then you're basically rocking with the same amount of armor as like with almost a full set of diamond armor. But we're gonna keep our full set of diamond armor, and we're just gonna keep the robe stuff on us, because I think it's the same, no? It has like a little bit less toughness, armor toughness compared to like diamond, which I think it's because it's the protection, I think. But I don't know. But anyway, another thing that I wanted to work on in this episode wasn't just for the was just getting armor, was also to build myself a complete new barn, because obviously I have all my animals here, but I haven't been really doing too much with them. So I want to kind of build a sort of new farm barn area around it. So we're probably going to use this whole area right here, probably like a whole section off for cows, and then another section for the sheep, and then a whole section for all the chickens. And then maybe I'll move the nether portal to another location, just because it's kind of like a weird location that's just like right here in the middle. So while we go off into another time lapse, I haven't done one in a long time, but let's go on into a time lapse, shall we? And we're finally back. That took a lot longer than I wanted to admit, but I finished rotating this thing because I accidentally made it one block too short, and I just didn't want another like 5 minutes of me just redoing that on the clip. But yeah, we finally got barns set up. So this one is the sheep farm. I made it a more circular kind of style compared to the others. We have the cow farm, which is more like a kind of like a stable. I kind of made it like have like a slanted roof in a way, and they also have a bunch of room working over here, as well as in the chicken farm over here. I made it kind of like a coop kind of vibe in it. I also elevated it just because in case I ever want to automate it. So like if I want to have a hopper minecart coming around here, I can just hide it easily in there, and these guys will continuously produce eggs, and I'll just have a chest somewhere by, and they'll just all be deposited over there. And also over here, I moved the nether portal all the way over here. So it should be kind of like a passing through, so if we ever want to come through it, we could just pass through this pathway. I'll make a simple pathway to leading up to here. And I already tested it out, the nether portal, and it actually works perfectly well. It actually linked up to our old little area that we made in the nether when we went there. So everything's linked up perfectly there, so I don't have to worry about like a new location or anything like that for now. But yeah, that is basically all I got for this episode of Mystic Valley. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. It was a lot of fun making it, as always. If you guys want to catch me live on Twitch to see all the background stuff and me just like doing some other grindy stuff, like working on more projects on the series or anything sort of that, please do check it out when you can. The link will be in the description down below with all my socials. But until then, guys, I bid you all a goodbye for now. Bye bye, everyone.